Hello, and welcome to Time Travel Escape. My name is Professor Martin, and I will be your tour guide for this trip. I would like to take a few minutes to better introduce myself and what you are about to experience on this journey back in time. I have a PhD in microphysics, and I founded the company Time Travel Escape around 10 years ago. And since then, I have worked with our scientists to perfect time travel. Around 5 years ago, we received the Canadian government approval and safety certificates to commence human time travel. In the last 5 years, we have had 2 million students across Canada travel safely in time and return unharmed. I still enjoy time travel myself, and I will be accompanying you on your trip back to relive 9/11. You have chosen to research the September 11, 2001 event that took place in New York City, USA, the day the world will never forget as the United States experienced one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in American history. This was a significant event for the US and for countries around the world, as they watched on television the events unfold. An undergraduate student will be chosen to go back in time to experience this event take place. We will be leaving for this trip September 10, 2001. It is important that this student goes the day before the event takes place so that they can see New York and the Twin Towers before the attack. The student will stay for a 3 to 4 month period so that they can see the overwhelming support the U.S. received from its own citizens and countries across the globe. The student chosen will fly out to New York where the event took place. The first thing we will do on our trip is visit the Twin Towers. We will take a trip up the towers and go to the floor where the plane crashed into the side of it. This is where you will experience the chaos and trauma people went through. This will be very emotional, so make sure you are prepared to witness this event go down. The dangers we will face on this trip will be breathing in the airborne pollutants. This could cause respiratory issues from the dust that was created from the collapsed towers. We will transport to an area that is far away from the city's core, so there will be no danger in getting this illness. Another danger is that you may develop PTSD from being exposed to the horror. We will spend some time checking in with you after we return. There will be some sort of therapy sessions to talk about what you have witnessed and to make sure you are okay. We will spend the remaining period helping victims and people who were affected by this tragedy. A significant figure of this event was the Islamic terrorist group called Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden. This terrorist group hijacked airliners and crashed into the World Trade Center and a third into the Pentagon. Al-Qaeda disliked America because they did not agree with democracy, and they believed the Western nations were interfering and persecuting their people. Another significant figure from this event was George Bush, who was president at the time. Many people did not like Bush as the way he acted following the attack was not up to people's expectations. The aftermath of 9/11 caused there to be stricter security changes. President Bush signed the anti-terrorism bill in 2001. He also stated that investigating terrorist activity was to be #1 priority for law enforcement agencies. Now we're going to take time to get to know some of the survivors and their stories. Also, let's walk over and talk to the off-duty firefighters who went into the building to help the occupants escape. The people at the scene, such as police officers, witnessed people jumping off these buildings. Many of these officers experienced many mental health disorders after seeing this horrific event take place. The #1 thing we are here to do is to help these individuals. This can be by talking to them or giving them as much support they need. It is important for the student to see the security changes that were created in response to the terrorist attack. The federal government enacted new legislation to increase air passenger safety. On November 19, 2001, President Bush signed into law the Aviation and Transportation Security Act. This act established a new Transportation Security Administration. In addition, the Act authorized several important changes in civil aviation security procedures. The two primary changes in airport security visible to passengers were the federalization of security screening for passengers at all U.S. commercial airports by November 19, 2002. Another change was the requirement to begin screening all checked baggage by December 31, 2002. Also, there was penalties to be given for those engaging in trafficking or assisting illegal entrants. Individuals who participated would face major fines or get a lifelong prison sentence. The changes that were made definitely made it much safer to travel. After the 9/11 attack, many workplaces were in pressing need for a mental health response team. There was much needed available sources of information for workplace leadership. After 9/11, senior executives immediately tried to locate their employees. They would call them to find out who was alive, who wasn't, where they were, and could they talk to them. Some people were afraid of going to work in case there was a bomb. Post 9/11, some employees found more emotional support in the family of their colleagues rather than their own families at home. In an effort to shield their family members, they hesitated to share their experiences. They complained that their family members did not understand what they had been through. They felt that their peers who had been there could understand in ways that their family members could not. We will step back into our time travel machine and I will reverse the process of particle acceleration and we will transport safely back to normal time. You will spend a day in the debrief center. This is a very nice hotel. Here, we will make sure you are feeling okay after experiencing this traumatic event and make sure you are okay to go home. Overall, this attack caused a significant number of deaths. Nearly 2,900 immediate deaths were caused and a great amount of injuries. This event is very significant as it was a large-scale terrorism attack. The security changes that were implemented made it much safer to travel and let people in and out of the country. I hope you gained a lot of insight about how this event took place and are feeling alright after witnessing this extreme and emotional event take place. You were able to see firsthand how this event forever changed the world. Thank you for taking this time travel trip.